the management asks that you do not rush the stage, but everybody dig into this formerly frozen cheesecake and soon-to-be gushy fudge popsicles.
Sure. Mama, that's not a very healthy meal. Not that I'm complaining.
I know, but we don't have a very healthy refrigerator, so you best jump on these goodies before I think better of it.
Or before a refrigerator repairman shows up and we have to put it all back.
That's him. Let's eat.
That's not him. We can't afford to fix the refrigerator right now. So this is the last ice cream you're going to see in this house for a while. Eat slow.
Too late.
Hello? Hey there.
Hello. I'm looking for Millicent Dowd Torkelson. I'm Gilbert Strickland, her aunt's lawyer.
I'm Millicent Torkelson. Which aunt?
Jimmy Sissy Dowd. I'm afraid I have some bad news.
She's in town? Joke.
Miss Dowd passed away.
She did?
About a week ago. Old age. Well, as her executor, it's my duty to bring your inheritance. She specified in her will that I do it in person.
I see. So she left me this dog?
For starters.
Yeah, well, what if I don't want her dog?
Dog!
He's not ours.
Who says it? Can we keep it?
No.
Oh, please, can we keep him? Please, I want him.
No, I'm just here to carry out the intent of the will. I'll need access to your television.
A VCR!
I love this dog.
I love this VCR.
Well, don't.
Can I keep it? I'll walk it, I'll feed it.
How about helping me set this up?
If you don't let me keep this dog, I'm going on a hunger strike.
Well, thank you, Ruth Ann. That's one less mouth to feed during our refrigerator crisis.
VCR. I can't believe this. Now I can tape studs.
What's the dog's name?
His name is Fred. He and your Aunt Jimmy were very close.
She's not my aunt. I never heard of her. Neither did I.
Yeah, well, she wasn't real interested in hearing about you guys either.
Well, I'm, like, totally offended. Me too. But I'm still keeping the dog.
Mama, your aunt died. Shouldn't you be sad?
I am sad. I just refuse to show it.
Okay, I think we're ready now.
Hello? Tested? Is this thing on? Better be. This thing isn't working. Somebody's gonna get hit with a Jimmy stick. Hey there, Pumpkin. It's your old Auntie Jimmy howling at you from beyond the grave. All right, Millicent. Think back. Think way back. Remember when it happened? Remember when it happened, and I swore I would only speak to you again over my dead body. Guess what?
People say God looks out for the working man. Sure hope he's looking out for me. These empty pockets need a helping hand. Kitchen tables full of family. But then the sun comes up and the moon is shining big and bright, and the new day promises that everything will be alright, and the new day promises that everything will be alright.
All right, Mr. Strickland. I think we've got the gist of this.
Nope, I hardly think you do.
Oh, boy.
Here is something else that your aunt wanted you to have.
Whoa, is that real? It's a sapphire ring, Mom. It's beautiful.
Is there anything else on the tape?
Mm-hmm.
Mama, are you okay?
I'm fine. What'd you think of the sparkler, Toots? I know, it's the most expensive thing you've ever seen. But, if I may wax philosophical, doesn't buy joy! But this is love. This is companionship. This is the greatest thing in the world. Nothing else matters. Ain't I a caution? Not not a word in 15 years and then a whole mess of them. Why? It's a riddle. And here's another riddle. What is the wrong way to eat spaghetti? You figured that out? You figured out the meaning of life.
Oh, I do not like this.
Well, I'll show myself out. Call me if you have any questions.
I'm terribly sorry for your loss.
Thank you. Hey! The rest of this tape's an episode of Matlock I thought you might enjoy. Andy Griffith. Whew. That man cooks.
Interesting woman.
She's a total loon.
What is the wrong way to eat spaghetti?
Don't even think about it. She's just trying to drive us nuts. There is no wrong way to eat spaghetti.
Fred's looking at you, Mama.
Don't you look at me.
Why is he growling at you, Mama?
Because he's my aunt's dog. This whole thing is a classic Aunt Jimmy Sissy Dow jigsaw puzzle of manipulation and control, reaching out to muss my hair from the hereafter.
So, who gets the ring?
Nobody does. Nobody gets anything. All this stuff is just a ploy to make me feel grateful. Trust me. This is just the first step in some ingenious scheme to drive me out of my mind. Well, I'm not going to let her drive me out of my mind. I'm not even going to think about it.
Mama, I don't mean to open up an old wound. But who was this lady?
All my life, she was my favorite aunt and I was her favorite niece.
So what happened?
I got married and had children.
What's the matter with that?
The matter with that was I did not choose to live the life my Aunt Jimmy wanted me to live.
Which was what?
She thought I was the one woman in the family with the potential to make more of myself than just being the mother of a bunch of kids.
You proved her wrong.
Thank you so much. She said she wanted what was best for me. She wanted me to move to the big city, make a bunch of money, and be happy.
I like her.
She was easy to like, all right. Unless you happen to have your own approach to your own life.
Your approach was to stay in Pyramid Corners, marry Daddy, and have all of us.
And I never heard from her again.
Then why won't you sell this ring she gave you? It's yours now and you're allowed to do whatever you want with it. Such as sending your eldest daughter to a community college. In a community in France.
What is the wrong way to eat spaghetti? Out of a broken refrigerator. I am going to sell that ring and buy us a deluxe model with a water fountain in the door. What do you think of that? Attention, Torkel people. Your mama has made an important decision that will be of great benefit to the entire family.
We're selling her then back to the circus.
Not yet. After profound philosophical debate, I figured out what we're going to do with the money we get when we sell Aunt Jimmy Sissy Dow's ring.
Comic books and baseball cards.
A red tornado mountain bike.
We're gonna fix my deviated septum.
You don't have a deviated septum.
In that case, I could use some new Reeboks.
We are going to buy a new refrigerator. Isn't that exciting?
Mama,
Yes, Chucky Lou?
you need to get out more.
Oh, I was thinking about the deluxe model with the water fountain in the front, 2 spigots, hot and cold, so you could make tea, hot or cold.
Mom, get real. We want to go to Maui. Yeah, could we bring Fred? He'd look cool in one of those Hawaiian shirts.
I don't think Fred is going anywhere, at least not right now. Mrs. Torkelson, I think something may be bothering old Fred here. His nose is dry, and I'm not sure he's feeling 100%.
What's the matter, Fred? Hey, buddy, I'm just trying to help.
He doesn't seem to mind that.
And I thought you didn't like me.
Whoa.
Or maybe it's just your ears that are bothering you, huh? You know this is part of her wicked and sadistic plan, don't you? She knew I wouldn't want him, then she knew I'd feel sorry for him. She sent me guilt with a tail.
How long is this vet's exam gonna take?
Anytime now, Roseanne.
I feel as if me and Fred hardly got a chance to know each other.
You did hardly get a chance to know each other.
I thought so.
Miss Torkelson, I am afraid Fred's a pretty sick fella.
Oh, wonderful. What's wrong with him?
Well, your aunt's been bringing him to me for years, and we've known about his inner ear problem. Tried to handle it with medicine, but we are finally to the point where I think we should operate.
So do it. What are you standing out here chatting for? Put on the mask and save him. He can't die. Let's move it.
Hold on, Chucky Lee.
Doc, roughly how much is this operation?
Don't answer that. Mr. Hodges, I see what you're getting at, and I won't have it.
Mrs. Torkelson, Fred is an innocent animal.
I appreciate that, Mr. Hodges. And as much as I resent the fact that she's put me in this situation, I am the one who has inherited this innocent animal. He's my responsibility. And I'm not going to stand by and do nothing either. How much?
Well, this kind of surgery will run you in the neighborhood of $700.
Well, isn't that just the strangest coincidence? Because my Aunt Jimmy just left me this ring, and without 1 minute's experience as a professional jewelry appraiser, I'd say it's worth in the neighborhood of, oh, one doggy operation. Who needs hot and cold water in the refrigerator door anyway?
How'd it go at the jewelry store, Mama?
I'm not even going to tell you. Because I don't want to flaunt the fact that I was right when I said Aunt Jimmy had this all planned in advance, and we are in the middle of a deceased crazy lady's manipulation.
They gave you $700 for that ring?
At the only jewelry store in the greater Veneta area where she no doubt had it appraised first, $712.50.
Well, see, we're $12.50 the good. Maybe this isn't some riddle at all. What are those?
Fred's after-surgery anti-infection medicine.
$12.50. Curiouser and curiouser.
Well, I say your aunt's just a kooky old lady who left us a ring, and what's so bad about that?
Honey, this family has an operating budget. And unless I've inadvertently forgotten a savings bond I tucked away during a fit of amnesia, I don't know where we're going to get dog money when I have human mouths to feed, human bodies to clothe.
And VCR heads to clean.
I walk him every day, Mama.
We're well beyond that, Chucky Lee.
Yeah, besides, that's how we got to keep you.
Ha ha.
Where will he go? He doesn't have a family. He needs love.
Sweetie, he also needs food. And last night I figured out it would cost thousands of dollars to feed and take care of Fred for the rest of his life.
But we don't even know how old he is.
Yeah, what if he's real old? He wouldn't be so expensive to keep if he was practically dead right now. Although that doesn't really work out either.
Well, happily for Fred, the vet says he's 4 years old and has a long and happy life ahead of him.
He is 4? That means I'm not the youngest one in the house anymore.
I'm sorry, kids. There's just no way we can keep him.
It's not fair. Just because he comes from your aunt doesn't mean you can't like him.
This dog is just a victim of circumstances beyond his control.
And so are we. And I say Aunt Jimmy's plan from beyond the grave ends right here. Or not.
Millicent Torkelson?
I'm going to tell the truth as an appreciator of all kinds of art. This is grotesque.
My personal impression as a fisherman is that it's some kind of salmon.
I think it's obviously symbolic of man's constant struggle to swim upstream in an unforgiving world. You can sense its determination. Its lips are firm and ironic.
Dorothy Jane,
Shut up.
would you please?
How can a man with a fish head get a job, carry a briefcase, live in Massachusetts, drive a Volvo turbo wagon, and be married to a woman named Mimsy?
Okay, so now we've got a fish head painting, a VCR, a ring, and a dog who needed an operation.
And a highly irritating riddle about spaghetti.
I think she had very good taste in dogs and art, and I, for one, am very sorry I didn't get to meet her.
Well, that's because she was nuts, and you obviously identify with her.
Oh, Mama, she couldn't have been all that bad. I mean, after all, she was very fond of you.
Oh, no.
I'll get it. I'll get it.
Afternoon, Mr. Hodges.
Dr. Eulis, come on in.
I've come to check on my patient.
A doctor who makes house calls?
It's a small backward town. Hello, everybody.
Hey, Doc.
How is Fred?
Well, he seems to have his normal amount of doggy energy now.
You know, the inner ear procedure was quite delicate, and it is necessary to perform a post-operative test.
What kind of test?
Hey, Fred! See ya. Wait a minute. What is that? Why, that's your aunt's painting, isn't it?
Well, it was.
Oh, I've always admired it. You have no idea the pleasure the woman took in telling me about it. Oh, it is just as remarkable as the first time I ever saw it.
You're very kind, Doctor.
Well, do you have any idea what this is?
I guessed a salmon.
This is a genuine Alvarez trout face.
It's a salmon.
Whatever it is, throw it back.
It's from early in his career. It's part of the famous Freshwater All series. Now, granted, it is not one of the later schools paintings, but they take up entire walls and cost small fortunes. I couldn't touch one.
Why would you want to?
Oh, I've always wanted to own that. Would you be offended if I made you an offer?
Offend me.
$2,000?
I'm terribly offended.
Take it, he thinks he's getting a trout.
Mama, now we have enough money to take care of Fred for the rest of his life.
Well, isn't that a turn of the old coincidental knob?
Now that you mention that, a lot of coincidental things have happened lately.
Oh?
Yep. Even though this has your name on it, it was sent to my address. Isn't that strange?
Oh, not so much as you think. I'm back! Second episode. This week I go up against the mob. All right, Pumpkin. I know I've been a teensy little enigma, but hey. What has this all been about, Jimmy? So if you're watching this tape number 2, it means that you saw Dr. Eulis. And old Fred's hearing out of both his speakers now. It also means that you hawked the ring I left you because you couldn't afford the operation on your own, which I knew. But I suppose all is well now. Not hardly. You couldn't even find it in you to call me and tell me you were sick? You know, I've been laying here thinking about all my relatives. Who was worth a pinch of salt and who wasn't. And of the whole lot, honey, you were always my favorite. And I know you know that. Shut it off, Dorothy Jane.
Not a chance, Mama.
You were the down child with the most potential. And I admit, when I saw you getting all twiny and cuddly with that old Randy Torkelson, I saw my dreams for you go right out the window. Oh, gee, maybe I was in love? When you went against my wishes. I had my own wishes. I thought your life was over. Well, you were wrong. But I was wrong. What? I adored you, Millicent. I always wanted you to have the best things in life. And now I'm going to tell you something, sweetie. What's the wrong way to eat spaghetti? Alone. But you know, the funny thing is, you always knew the answer to that riddle. It was me who didn't understand. I never took the chance to fall in love and start a family like you did. Before I went to sleep, I had 2 very pleasant memories. One was of you, Millie. To have let you out of my life was a sin, and I hope you'll forgive me for it. Well, it's a little late to show you, even if I did, isn't it, Jimmy? The other was of my best friend, Fred. And I hope you'll treat him better than I ever treated you. I always loved you, Millicent. Bye, Fred.
Mama?
Yeah?
There is a way to show you forgive her.
There is?
I just think it would be a shame for the 2 things she loved most in the world not to be together.
Only if Ruth Ann wants to keep him.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, he is yours. He's not sleeping on my bed. Hey there, Fred. What you want? You want a cookie? Well, you can't have one, huh? Had to go in there for a minute, didn't I?